If you saw headlines that talked about how home prices fell sharply in January, it probably raised an eyebrow, especially if you're thinking about selling your house, but context matters. Yes, in January, home sales declined, but that has more to do with seasonality and the weather than it does with any big drop off in demand. So, what's really behind the decline? Reports coming out of the National Association of Realtors say the pace of home sales fell roughly 8.4% last month compared to the month before. And that's true, but it isn't necessarily cause for alarm. Data shows it's normal for sales to dip in January. In the last 4 years, that pattern has held true all but once. And sure, the decline we saw this year was a steeper drop off than the norm, but that can be explained too. But more on that in a moment. The really important part here, not but to get from the headlines, is this. Typically speaking, the pace of home sales picked back up in February as the spring market starts to take off. So even though the market slowed a bit momentarily, it should start to pick back up. And just in case you're wondering why the bigger drop this year, especially with mortgage rates being lower than last, well, here's your answer. As Realtor.com explains, Winter Storm Fern, which dumped snow and ice across large swaths of the country, likely disrupted some closings, weighing on the data and making it difficult to pick out the housing market momentum trend from the weather noise. I mean, this January, 40 states were hit with widespread winter weather, according to the National Weather Service. And in real estate, that slows down momentum. Here's why. Existing home sales data tracks closed transactions, not new contracts. So if inspections, appraisals, or final walkthroughs get delayed by storms, those deals often slide into the next month instead of falling apart, especially when buyers and sellers are still trying to move forward. Now, will home prices pick back up? January's missing sales are most likely postponed than lost. They haven't disappeared. They're just taking a little longer to close. The rest of the data still points to a market that has traction heading into spring. Affordability has improved for the seventh month in a row, and buyers are regaining some negotiating power in many markets, including ours in the high country. So this one monthly report doesn't mean buyers aren't buying. It just means as weather warms up, activity should too. If anything, improving affordability is an indication of more activity to come, not less. Now, if you have questions about what you're hearing online or the news, let's chat. Because the truth is, a little context could give you back your peace of mind.